Welcome back to another episode of IoT Nuggets. I'm Doug Cohen with M10 Social, and I am joined as usual by the illustrious Mr. Steve Brummer from BH IoT Group. How you doing, Steve?
Excellent, Doug. You can't get rid of me yet, so
we're trying.
I'm looking to get fired, but it just doesn't seem to be working.
The get rid of Steve plan is in development, so we're working on it. But hey, thanks everybody for joining us once again. We've had a great time doing this series, and we've had some esteemed guests on some of the previous shows. And I want to mention once again that if you are a subject matter expert in the Internet of Things space and you want to join us on one of the IoT Nuggets, let us know and we'll have you on. As Steve likes to say, if
what?
If you can keep it under 3 minutes.
3 minutes. That's right. Sorry. Did not take that softball well.
You did not. It's okay, though. I got you covered.
Thank you.
BHIoTgroup.com. Don't forget to visit the website. And today, it's just me and you, Steve. And we're going to talk about, I know, right? It's a real treat for the audience. And today we want to talk specifically about, we want to ask you a few things about the space and about BH IoT Group and where you fit into it. And, we'd like you to share a little bit of what the BH IoT sweet spot really is, because we've covered a lot of different topics, but really, if you had to boil it down and say, what's BH IoT Group's sweet spot in the Internet of Things, what would that be?
We help companies with their commercialization and monetization strategies. If you're in the IoT space and you have a product or a service or created some disruptive technology and you think you have a spot in the industry for it to be sold to, and you need some help figuring out what the best model is, what the best pricing program is, what your marketing, go-to-market, brand awareness, channel, reseller, dealer channel strategy is going to be, we're the company that can actually figure that out. We have brought hundreds and hundreds of companies, products, and services to market around the world. We work with international companies who are looking to trying to get to North America. We help companies in the U.S. markets try and figure out where do they play in the ecosystem, what's the best way for them to go to market. So that's pretty much what we do. That's our sweet spot, is using our Rolodex, our contacts over 30 plus years of being in the industry to better understand where we can place your products, who to best partner with. Because remember, as we keep telling everybody, this stuff ain't easy. It's hard, and you can't do it all yourself. So you need partnership programs, and so we help with those programs.
And then once you do that, once you make that marriage of the right vendors with the right deployment and the right strategy, because I know an important piece of that is to accelerate a company's strategy, for success in that deployment. In terms of how you help accelerate the strategy, what are those pieces?
Well, I'm going to give you a quick example. Just talked to a company in Germany, an industrial IoT organization, and they were sitting there saying, I need to get into a relationship with the software AG guys here in the United States. Well, for us, that's one phone call to talk to them and better figure out exactly what the position is. And so our ability to accelerate is because of our relationships not only with distribution and the channel partners and the resellers and the integrators, but also with the trade show vendors and all the people that are there. So we know which shows to go to. If you need to get on a panel or try and win an award or something like that, that's another piece that will help you accelerate by utilizing our services and our connections and our people and our ability to be able to differentiate you on a bigger scale.
So let me ask you a last question then. So for somebody like me, who, I'm learning a little bit as we go, I'm starting to become, well-versed enough to be slightly dangerous, but I'm still a layman at the core. Mm-hmm. And when it comes to why this all matters to the world, how will this impact the citizenry? What is the Internet of Things doing to change the world, and what are some of those deployments looking like that actually impact everybody?
Well, I think from our standpoint, and again, talking about from a BH IoT Group position and things that we have done, let's just say over the last year or two, that has really caused an effect of changing the world or changing the environment of the people that are affected by it. Last year, we finished up the deployment of a LoRaWAN network on the island of Puerto Rico, 45 sites that our team was involved with from the very, very beginning, putting together the joint ventureship and getting everything set up as far as reselling. That affects the people of Puerto Rico to be able to do tracking better and asset management and all the other different IoT applications that can go on that LoRaWAN network of EveryNet. The other things that we do, example, we worked with a COVID vaccine tracking company last year, a vaccine company, and we built the tracking part of that in the sense that we were able to work with them to do an innovative IoT-spaced product offering and service offering that allows companies like that to successfully track a vaccine from the beginning of manufacturing all the way to the time it gets in someone's arm. And I think those are really cool, disruptive areas. We're working with companies in the DoD and Air Force bases and Air Army bases that are bringing really cool IoT technology to those bases to make them safer and to make them more efficient and increase productivity. So we at this stage of our careers and at BH IoT, we're trying to come up with clients and programs that are really innovative and disruptive. We have a chance to change the world. We've been doing this a long time. For John and I, it's really about what's the effect that we can what's the lasting effect that we can bring to the industry, because we're committed to the industry until we're done. So it's really important that really cool things get done within the IoT space, and come to BH IoT and we can help you.
Sounds good to me. And I appreciate. I'm sorry about the little feedback we have here.
No worries.
But I appreciate that rundown. And we're going to do one more of these. So stick with us. We're going to come through and do another IoT Nugget show where we're going to talk a little bit about the space and a little bit about BH IoT Group and where you folks fit into it.
And the other thing I wanted to add real quick, Doug, is that John and I will be down at IoT Evolution in Miami, June 22nd through 24th. Please reach out to us, set up a time and appointment if you have something to talk about. We'll sit down and chat. And if you need any of our help in the meantime, go to our website, fill out the form, and John and I will spend 30 minutes of our time with you to better understand what you got, what you're trying to accomplish, and how we might be able to help you.
Absolutely. There it is, bhiotgroup.com. There's a contact form, fill it out, find ways to continue the conversation, and take John and Steve up on that 30-minute consultation to try to figure out how to expand your IoT strategy and deployment. And join us the next time on IoT Nuggets. See y'all later.
Thank you.